speak. Exciting to see.
Speaking of cracking, Leave was able to take down Fleta pretty early into that, but the problem is that the Dragons have control of the point. They're able to bounce around, but they're getting just sort of torn down here. It's Leave. Really consistent damage on the outskirts. Liv's going to get res back up, but the Hunters, they're in a really, really good spot now here, Noah. And now, here comes Nano and Leave. And Leave is a monster, just elimination after elimination. Sprinted left, sprinted right, doing whatever he wants right now.
Yeah, it's been the Soldier show so far. Both Leave and Lip really are putting up the numbers, but Leave, of course, that player who's already playing quite a bit of Soldier, even back in May. Now pops his attack visor, doesn't get anything with it though, as Fate takes him down. We had to say good things about Leave, so inevitably he would immediately start dying. Now Fate with the Primal Rage trying to get things done. Fleta even swapping over to his own ball on that Echo. Stealing it for just a moment, but will it be enough to take the point back? I'm not so sure, ZP.
Right now, the upset out Nisha early, evicting all the members of the Hunters away from the point here at City Center. It's going to be hard here, Doa. But now that's step one. Fate with the Nano. Look into the corner. Month goes down.
Yeah, now you take it back, right? Because you lose Lip, sure, but the res is going to come in anyway, and they should be able to force everybody else back. Elsa obviously is going to be kind of annoying on that Diva, but with the DMAC coming in, they should be able to finally flip this and for his side.
Well, Summon has everything in his sights, doesn't have too much in his sights, but Leave, on the other hand, his fire's up, finds Lee J gone, gets slapped towards the end. Still the Hunters working at 6v5, and are they able to get the flip here? Not quite yet. Dragon still controls 79%, but the Hunters are slowly pushing their favor with that. Surely that should be enough.
You would imagine, right? I mean, one of those is a D-Bank, of course. Elsa does get res, though, so they do have that Diva back again. Jinmu, yep, focusing down Fate, and so you think it's going to be a retake. But that said, 93% for the Shanghai. But for the moment,
Leave
Hunters with the lead. Leave!
He got caught.
Izzyaki goes down
He could
too.
get res.
That's big. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're pushing more niches here. Gaga's down, and not sure the res is going to come in. It's the fact that Dragons getting back to full strength, heading on over. Fate just diving through, takes down Nisha. And the Dragons immediately just stagger the Hunters, hop back in. This should be a retake. And we'll see if the Hunters can do anything to keep this a contest.
Yeah. They got the sleep on the Gaga. Can they finish him off?
The Biodate.
Ooh, they do quite, but he gets... All right, he keeps the overtime going again. I don't know, ZP. I don't think the Hunters can get back in. Monk dead. Yep. Looking good for the Dragons so far, but they do lose Fate.
Yeah, Fate's on, Leave is on the outskirts right now, but it's going to be working uphill and then some. The Dragons have an overwhelming numerical advantage. Jinmu is down, and yeah, Leave, you had everything in your sights up until the point that you saw death just approaching. So that's going to be the Dragons taking round one. Yeah, already out. Elsa Monk still completely okay. Fate, that's super quick Nano built up by Izzyaki as Fate moves in, looks to evict. Nisha and Elsa getting a caught as a result. And I gotta say, that Nano, super quick.
Yeah, it was a good Nano. Lip made a good use of it as well.
What?
The comeback! You know, the funny thing is it was a really nice disengage, actually, by the Hunters. They might give the point over here. It looks like they do, but they managed to hold on and get nearly 30.
Fate under pressure was able to get away, and now here comes Lip. Attack visor up, flooded to the back. Lip's already got one, and this could be over before it begins.
Could be, yeah. I mean, just firing down the hallway. No one really able to take that. He takes out all the tertiary stuff. Fleta, meanwhile, has the ult available. Does he even need to use it? Doesn't seem like it. And the Hunters are going to have to fall back to regroup. A couple parting kills on the way. Yep, going to grab the supports on the way out. They need to be a bit careful. Here. Yeah, I think they're going to be happy with that. Yeah,
still staying alive. Fleta working for the back duplicate up. Can't go down. Oh, gets caught. Leap flashbang. Fan takes down Fleta. There was not going to be a duplicate here. Lip, though, meanwhile, drops attack visor on the side. The Fleta res comes in. Was able to get out without getting punished. Now Fleta still has a duplicate up and ready. Gonna drop it. Goes for Sigma. Now moving on in. It's gonna be an uphill battle here, though, as Dragons still down in numbers. We'll see if the Hunters can finish it off. Duplicate just about faded, but here comes the Flux. Is it gonna get anything? It does. Void Lip falling through on the other side.
Wow. Fleta, you know, doing a bit of a deadlift there. I don't know about the numbers, but in terms of just the eye test, he really helped carry that fight. EJ Gon manages to go in and get the res at the very end. Lip, meanwhile, finds a rocket on the Gaga. It's really been the Lip show here this round as well. Oh, Jinmu says he's not quite done yet. Gets two, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for the Hunters to come back and retake this. Doesn't look like it, with Void grabbing a double kill of his own, and that is going to be Shanghai managing to, though. Can they take down Lip? Oh.
Hunters going very aggressively into the cafe. Gaga gets left in the middle of it. Leave at half. Jinmu heading on over, looking for Lip. Lip, no HP, still somehow alive, shakes the pressure, and Fleta was able to get to the back, deals with the Ana, and the Dragons, despite being so low, very close to fighting this back. Now down to Izayaki. Fleta, though, just swoops on back in.
Fleta was just untouched. Fleta was just untouched in that fight. Like, he was able to just fire into the cafe from behind after the dive from the Hunters came in.
Nano here, like Gaga, already at half. Bob coming out early. Okay, Jinmu's not going to wait for any Nano. Says, I got this. Slices twice, takes down 2. No Nano required as Jinmu opens the way for the Hunters. They still need a little bit more, though. Fight's not over yet. Void with the self-destruct takes down Jinmu. And as I was saying, it's not quite over yet. Even with Lip out of the fight, the Dragons come back in strong.
As they say, Ninja vanished, but I don't think Jinmu vanished the way that he wanted to there. EJ Gon does go down, but meanwhile, Shanghai still holding
close, yet a little bit far away, even with the Great Blade from Jinmu to kick things off. Jinmu, though, says, okay, maybe I don't need a blade. Takes down Lee Jae Gon early. Both teams down a support, 5-on-5. Fleta in the cafe, blows up Jinmu, catches him towards the end. And the Dragons well on their way to a full reset here in the defense.
I mean, that was a nano-boosted Fleta as well. I mean, and this is one of the scary things about the Dragons right now is between Lip.
Right, well,
he's out there
going to roll in from the back, already at half HP, but here comes Jinmu. This time with the nano, immediately cuts Fleta out of the sky.
Yeah,
looking for mercy.
Before, though.
Swinging a miss, meanwhile
Lip.
Yeah, Tech Visor's up from Lip right now. Okay, well, he saw the Reaper directly in his face, and surely this should be it for Chengdu.
You'd have to think so. I mean, enough shenanigans, says the Hunters, and they just use everything they have to finally take this point to get the payload rolling. But, yeah, you don't
Dragons,
want that.
They're not really giving up much room for free here, though, as Fleta just sits there at the top, duplicate ready to go. Leave struggling to find shots here. As Dragons aren't making it easy. Leave goes down again. Not a fun time to be a widow right now.
Fleta gets 2 as well, and this is always the scary thing about point B if you're the attackers, is that there's so many high ground angles that the defense can come down on you from, and they get that one pick.
Maybe another Nano Blade play coming up here. Jinmu, Blade at the ready. The question is, where does he start it? He's going to start it now, Dylan. Goes for the L-Blade, gets stunned early, still takes down Lip, no fear.
Oh, that was close, man. If he didn't have the reflect, he would be pretty dead. Either way, has to back away, but they've got 2 kills anyway. So they're going to be okay with this. Elsa on the Roadhog managed to get 1, and we haven't really talked about that much yet, where Roadhog is probably going to be a hero that now that Reinhardt's out of the game, for the moment anyway, we're probably going to see quite a bit more of. A little bit less blocking those hooks than before.
Yeah, he was used quite a bit at NA earlier today. I mean, again, so far it's been the case in practice. Dragons, though, back on the way in Doha. Valkyrie out here early from Lee Jae Gon. Fate out of the fight to kick things off. Fate for Fleta now. With the clone Genji,
and
that's a quick blade build, and here we go. One blade may deserve another. As Fleta 2, 3 dashes on in. That is not something you see every day out of an Echo.
No, it is not. He got that blade in like .0001 AKM blades. It was so fast. That might be the end of it right there, unless maybe the Hunters can push a little bit farther.
We need a new metric. AKM blade, of course. You go to a slower blade. Fleta blade, just on the other end of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Much quicker.
Fleta Echo Blade, and there's a point B hold.
Dive in the back with the focusing beam. Monk in danger. And Izayaki, again, a super quick nano build.
Yep.
Leave out of the fight. Jinmu, though, going back the other end off the duplicate, chasing down Hangzhou, going to find him, but the Dragons are doing a lot of work into the back line right now, Doha.
Yeah, I mean, Jinmu had to use his ult just to stay alive, copied the Winston, but then wasn't able to get a lot done with it. Meanwhile, the rest of his team just falling to the Dragons as they take the point. And as Elsa drops, that is going to be an extremely quick...
The Hunters, they feel the risk is worth it. They're going to head for it. Trading evenly so far.
Fleta does go down. Leave, pop that Deadeye at just the right time, it seemed like. And maybe, yeah, with the whole hog from Elsa, they actually do have a chance to possibly take this back. That said, Fate with the Primal Rage. It is.
Yeah. Fate with the Primal was still able to keep control, and you know, I think the Hunters, they still have to go for it, just given how they don't have much room to defend with here on point B. Able to shake some of it here, Doha, but the payload moves forward all the while as the Dragons don't have much further to go.
Yeah, meanwhile, they did get the DMEC onto Elsa here. That helps a lot. Fate jumping down to get the McCree. Well, we'll find out soon who he did, and that is going to be the Shanghai Dragons. Absolutely raffle stomping the Chengdu Hunters. That payload's going to move fast at this point, and the Dragons nearly ready to put it up to their ults, really all that close.
And they also have to get out of spot as bigger as Yujinbu.
Yeah.
His wings clipped before he can fly. Fleta off the duplicate, and the Dragons just do not let the Hunters even get out. Meanwhile, Payload very close to its final destination. The Dragons, they have come to play here, Doa, in the June Joust. Gonna be up 2-0 versus the Hunters, and right now it's not looking close.
Yeah, I mean, Fate even sometime over on the Sigma can offer a little bit of protection in a similar way. Ooh, nice nice accretion into Jagon to set that one up. Wow, that was a smooth Sigma play right there from Elsa. That was a true combo, as they say in the fighting game world.
Yeah, Gaga served it up, Elsa knocked it down, and that was really, really good between the two, and Elsa operating off the flank, you know, where Sigma's generally like. I think this is smart. Just try and slow things down a bit.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Leave finds one onto Void, so the pressure just keeps coming, and Leave doing a good job of playing that Hangzhou that was just adding in damage from the front and just kind of keeping the payload going. Elsa manages to take down Void as well, winning the Sigma 1v1, and you know what? The Hunters still pushing this payload forward. Veltal going Battle Mercy here, wins a 1v1 in supportal combat and gets the res in the end. You'd love to see it.
You said them with the name, though, as Elsa
shields are
just
so
fighting tooth and nail, going, I'm not scared, I got Flux my own. How would you like to see the ground as Void is just getting beaten this entire round, Doa? The resurrection
Void just gets
up.
rezzed again anyway, though. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. He's back in the fight almost instantaneously, far away. Does drop the wall here, manages to pick off Fate as well. And the Chengdu Hunters still trying to put more arrow, and he'll have it.
Well, that's all getting taken out by Fleta. That's at least one way to slow things down. Don't have to worry about the res on the one hero that cannot be rezzed. As Fleta goes into the pack, Fleta's had enough off the flank on the Hangzhou. 2 already down. And the Dragons gonna swap this thing here. It's a little bit more brawl-centered on the payload, but Fleta goes down to Leave, and can Leave do it again? A lot of people down for him to do it.
Yep, that's right. With Gaga out of the way as well, there's really no defense here. And while Leave is actually using that Dragon Strike, I'm kind of shocked. Going for it, use his tanks down, and I mean, yeah, that was an interesting time to use it. I have to imagine he's going to swap here. You think maybe the
Trace's not around, it's a little bit safer to pull off, and you know, to a degree, it's just okay. We have faith in our snipers. You have faith in yours. Jimmy though gets Lip, and gets Void. Jimmy's starting to feel it.
Jimmy shoot world. Void comes back again.
Void's a zombie in this game. He's just constantly coming back from the dead.
Yeah, exactly. Can he leverage that into kills, though, into his hold? It looks like they can for now, but that said, Lead jumps on top, gets the kill on the Lead Jagon. Looking for another one. On the Lip in the back. But either way, they've got the Shanghai Dragons pushed back. That payload is still moving.
I don't think the double sniper is working out well at all for the Dragons relative to the Hunters. The Hunters have been way more comfortable on Lead. Dragon Strike off the corridors. Jimmy gets 2 on the other side. Just constant pressure from the Hangzhou, from the Widow, and the Dragons are getting speed run here in Junkertown. Not much left to go. Void comes out, and no, doesn't even go down here for the final time. That is
people on the high ground, dislodging the vulnerable snipers, the supports, trying to give his team some angles. Lip does find the kill on the Leave there. Veltal there with the res anyway. Oh, Jimmy though. He's been winning that sniper 1v1 pretty much all map so far.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point, just because he has been consistent, and you know, anytime you're winning the sniper battles in the way that Jimmy is, just especially when it's sniper, sniper v sniper, sniper, honestly, the Dragons play like a super coordinated dive style. Now they have to play the individual play versus individual play on sniper style, and it's been tougher. But Fate makes it a little bit easy. Why win the sniper battle versus Jimmy when you can just send Fate into the back? Both snipers down, a huge opportunity, and yet the res is there, the Dragon Strike gets Lip, and the Hunters still could win this, or at the very least delay.
I mean, the ults come out and they put him to good use. Far away drops the window as well. Can they turn that into another couple kills after losing Leave? It might be tough. Elsa down, but it's exactly like what you said. Fate, you know, was hunting for those picks in the back line, and he finally found some. Gets the kill into Veltal as well. And so it took a while, but it paid off. And the Dragons finally look like they might be able to finish point A.
Yeah, I mean, the problem. Oh, this is
back
too
line.
good
This dash is going to be huge.
Setup. He's waiting. 122 HP, has to commit soon. Goes in, finds Izayaki. Back and forth he goes. Smart not to go in there. Let someone else finish it
Genji's
off.
paradise. I mean, yeah, you sent Gaga in to finish that one up. Just smart team play there. Gaga and the Wrecking Ball. I'll take over.
When you said a Genji's paradise, like definitely
So were you,
63. Yeah, it's true.
Looking for another one. Uh-oh, he's down. Fleta hits him with the Dragon Strike. No, getting back up from that one. Gaga gets caught with that too. And now Shanghai finds the kills to move forward.
Yeah, but again, time's been burned off the clock here for the Hunters. I think they'd still want to get one more fight here on B if possible, and that's going to be here's Fleta now going to the Echo for what could be one of the final pushes coming up.
Well, point 2, definitely the point where the double sniper works. So worse, Gaga manages to get back lines for another kill, and EJ gone. The Wrecking Balls have really been kind of the story here on this map so far as the harassment, as far as the displacement goes. Fleta down again, leave with another kill there. Still a bit of a brawl with the res. Damage thrown in anyway, and the big thing is nobody's on the payload. Void finally gets a kill on the far away, but can they get back to the payload in time? They are.
Also needs to get away. Jimmy got flooded in the middle of all that, though, and you're right, time is such a huge issue now. 2 seconds left to go. Fate's able to get down Jimmy. The Dragon's struggling to keep this going. Gaga's out of the fight, and Fate continuing to get value into the pack line. The battle versus Sigma takes him down, and Fate is keeping the Dragons alive here, but time's still not on their side.
No, not on their side at all, but they have a chance at least to get a little bit more of it with a point B take if they can just finish us off. Yveltal, Alyssa, and Elsa fall, and that should be enough. It is. So point B. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. They're going to go for one last fight here.
And Farway able to take down too early. Gaga with minefield, a lot thrown out. Leave, he's built up the plate, he has no HP. Fate still around, pushing it through. Minute 22 left though, Doa. That is not much time. And now the Dragons looking to reclaim some time as Fate gets another. Veltel down in the back. But can the Dragons keep up the momentum here, Doa? 19 seconds left to go. They cannot be stopped. If they are, it's over.
Oh. Fate's Wrecking Ball looks pretty good. I love how he just boops the Widowmaker, gets her off of the aim for a moment, turns around, helps Fleta pick up a couple kills. So Shanghai Dragons continuing to push forward here. Ooh, the Orisa copy. Interesting for the Halt to keep people away from the payload.
He's got the supercharger too, builds it up quickly, drops it on down. The Dragons finish out Junkertown against
huge.
Doesn't find it just yet. Oh, take it down, Fleta. It's a trade though. League take on out of the fight. Yeah,
that's right. The Mercy down for Shanghai is huge for the Hunters. They're going to be able to use that to really push forward here and get them off defense. That said, Shanghai finds the kills. It's not over yet. They finish it.
He didn't get much off that flank. That looked deadly. Then the camera swapped and no one went down. The Dragons keep them
on this round. Here comes the Dragon Strike right on the payload. You got to back off it for a moment. Fate, though, uses the shift to cut his damage intake, and that helps him stay alive despite the fact that they lose Lip. Shanghai still pushing forward, ZP.
Yeah, and the Resurrection comes back in. Lip is ready to play once more, and Void sitting there. Flux ready to go. The Dragon Strike out from Fleta. Lip and Fleta connecting. Fleta continues on the Hangzhou. Finally goes down to Jimmy, but the Dragons with more power on this payload. They're keeping it going. We're in overtime here, Doa, and the spawns. Such a problem now for the Hunters. They just... that was nearly a gift to Fleta. Izayaki, though, able to take down Yveltal. Support v support there. The bloodthirst is real. Void takes down Elsa, and the Hunters are collapsing, Doa. There's no other way to say it.
You got to do it. I mean, you got to just jump on the payload right now if you're the Hunters. You got to put the bodies on the cart, but I don't think the Shanghai Dragons will be slowed down. They do it. They get the finish in
40 seconds. They're not coming back.
Yep. Oh, but then again, you don't want to have your supports get picked as well. You've got the res, but then Leave falls immediately. Mercy doesn't have enough reses for this. Fleta finding a lot of free shots on the payload. Izayaki down now, though, so Shanghai needs to proceed with caution.
Yeah, I mean, the healing output there is just simply going to be non-existent, and Chengdu winning the flank game pretty decisively right now, and this is where momentum really becomes a big problem, where you're down in players, and the Hunters, I love how they're playing this now. They're coming in from both sides, Gaga from behind, Leave from the front, and no matter where the Dragons went, it was death.
Yep, they had that opportunity. They picked off one tank, they picked off one support, and then Sigma, right, if it's a 1v1. I don't know how that works lore-wise. Explain that.
You never see the toes touch the ground, though. That's the real, like, confusing part.
He comes down, he stubs his toes really bad. That's how you kill him in the 1v1.
I suppose so. Well, speaking of getting killed, Leave and Yveltal down as Lip was able to find the opening. And now for the Hunters, they had a little bit of bonus time here, though. They had certainly more time overall, but down to a minute as the Dragons look to be pretty resolute here. Opening up the supercharger. Void back into the fray, has the flux ready, doesn't need to use it. The front line already getting devastated. Okay, decides to use it for revenge. You slam me, I slam you.
Yeah, Shanghai have a chance to end the series right here. Again, they put the nano boost onto Fleta. Over on his fan favorite, Farah, lipping his Yaki down, though. It's all on the Fleta right now. Can he deadlift one last time? Concussive with the side. Ooh, he can't escape from Leave.
Leave and Gaga keeping it alive. Leave is so close to falling. Fleta couldn't land the last rocket, and letting Leave live is a tragic mistake. 3 in for the Hunters as they look to keep this alive here, does.
What are you back there?
It's like, my team is gone. What do you want? Only need one fight. Fleta coming on in and over. In over the top. It's from so high up. Is it going to do anything? No. It just gives Jimmy a clean shot. The return is there. And Jimmy up and over. The Hunters still alive. And this is now painful for the Dragons.
I had high hopes for that barrage, ZP. There was no sleep dart on the other side to worry about, but there was an immortality field.
Through Void's Flux to stand a chance. Here we go. Void under pressure. Waiting. What's he going to get? He got 2 somehow on the outskirts, and Fleta following through, takes down Leave after the Flux, and that's going to be it. The Dragons, it's a 3-0.
Wow, the Dragons get the 3-0, but the Hunters made them work for it in the end, that's for sure. You could see a little bit of relief on the faces of the Shanghai Dragons, except for Fate. He remains impassive. Not really moving at all. Kind of freaky. But anyway, Shanghai does win and gets a good start.